Of the Vice Chancellor, since we did not want to talk to them, they asked us what are our demands, as though they are unaware of them. We have given a letter, but
Shame, administration.
Shame, 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 shame.
Down, down, administration.
Down, 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 down.
I think the word shame itself is ashamed of our administration by their behavior of, asking us to present our demands repeatedly, not once, twice, for the past 3 days, in form of our posters, slogans, our questions, and even the demands have gone out to the outside world in the newspaper. They have been published widely, but the administration, VC, say that they are unaware of the demands. And whether we have written posters saying that yesterday it was Mutyam, today it is Mudassir, tomorrow who? We don't want any tomorrows to be like that. We are very much worried about our own student community. If the administration and teachers are not worried about us, we are worried about our fellow beings. In this regard, keeping this in mind, since many of our students have lodged complaints about the discriminatory practices of the administrator, teacher administrators and autocratic practices that they are following without taking the constitutional norms or university constitution into accordance, they are behaving. So we requested them, we have conveyed them that if these are all the things which are taken care of, then we are ready for talks. And one more thing, we have brought to the notice of the teachers who have come here, the demand of compensation. From the day one, we have been demanding for 20 lakhs compensation to Mudassir's family because he has 4 younger sisters. He has an elder brother who is living separately. There is nobody to take care of the family. But the administration is coming up with another story that the family don't want any compensation. But the administration has to issue a check duly signed by the authorities of 20 lakhs and send it to Kashmir. This is our thing. And about the jobs and all those things also we have communicated to the teachers, and we are waiting for the response, their response. And also, since the irresponsible, inhuman administration is saying that they have lost the copy of demands of us, we are responsible. And in that, they are implicating the students by saying that you have not given the copy. And they are saying that you have taken away from registrar hands. The students have taken away from the registrar hands. But this is not the truth. In front of their companions, like their fellow colleagues, ACP and CI, we have given it to the registrar. We have taken another photocopy of the original one to get it duly attested by the registrar. We knew that you would say these things. We knew that you say that you did not give us. We have several accounts where the university administration has deliberately threw the files away and said that you did not give away. But the truth remains always true. Since we are responsible, we have kept a copy. Since we are responsible for Mudassir, since we are fighting for the justice for the Mudassir, we kept a copy of it, and we are drafting it, and we will also send a copy to the administration. We will send another copy. This word I want to mention it. Some of the teachers yesterday came and said, so you don't want to give a copy to the administration. Then I said, we already gave a copy, we don't want to give another copy. Now we are giving another copy. Since you have lost it, we are giving another copy to your administration. That will be ready in just 5 to 10 minutes. Meanwhile, I request all the students, since the administration and the police at large have been involved in malign campaign against Mudassir, saying all rubbish things about the dead one, maligning him in order to protect the killer Vijra, I request our campaign of the students, mouth publicity is the greatest campaign to count.
But a friend of mine who gave me this copy also told me that it's in the press, because it's a press statement, it's likely to be all over the press. and I don't care what comes in the press because it doesn't matter to me what happens outside campus. But I wish to clarify to fellow students that there is a part of it which is totally lies. So I want to make our stand very clear, and the truth, I want to bring the truth out. I'll read out from this first. On 1/3/2013, in the late evening, Mudassir followed Wasim wherever he went, and near F-Wing hostel, he picked up a quarrel with Wasim, assaulted Wasim and tried to throttle him. Meanwhile, Gopal, Deepesh, students of EFLU, this is Gopal and I am Deepesh, students of EFLU along with others interfered and separated them. Up to this is reasonably true. We saw a fight happening between these two, and both of them are known to us because they are PhD students in ELE. We are also in ELE. Both of them are known to us, and it happened in the F-Wing where we stay. So we stopped them and separated them. We ensured that the fight ends there. We stopped them and separated them. But then after that, the statement says here, later Wasim along with students Gopal and Deepesh came to the police station and lodged a complaint at about 22:30 hours. This is totally false. What actually happened was, after this incident, Wasim just ran away. I don't know where he went to, and Mudassir also went away. We don't know where he went. Okay, Gopal went to his room, I went to my room. There was a call made by Wasim to our dear friend Dhammapal. He called me, he came to me and he told me that Wasim has asked you to come to the police station to just say to them what actually happened. See, as a student or as an individual, if somebody asks me what actually happened if I was there, I'm bound to tell what happened there. And just with that cause that, okay, he's asked us to say what happened. We don't know what happened before that, we don't know what happened after that. We didn't intend to put any spice to what the story is. We just saw an altercation between two students, both of them known to us, we separated them. Wasim told Dhamma to ask us if he would come. Both of us went to the police station to say to the police what happened if they ask us. Okay? When we went there, we saw Wasim with a group of students. He was already there, and we saw that the proctor and Maya Pandit ma'am and Chanchala Naik ma'am were also there in the police station when we went there. The statement here says, meanwhile, Professor Vijra, Professor Maya Pandit, Professor also reached the police station. So it suggests that it happened after we went to the police station, which is false. Gopal and I, when we went, Wasim was already there, and these three individuals were already there. Okay? And it says we lodged a complaint at about 22:30 hours. What actually happened was, when we went there, we saw there's so many students, and there were these three officials, and they were waiting for some police official to come. We knew it was going to take a lot of time. The next day there was a seminar at LTI seminar at GNITS. So we spoke to Chanchala ma'am. We said, ma'am, I think it looks like it's going to take some time. Is it okay if we leave? And she said, yeah, please go ahead, and we left. We left before 10:15. So between 10 and 10:15, 5 minutes, we were in the police station. We didn't talk to any police official. We didn't talk to anybody. And when Wasim asked what happened, we said we will come back. They told us they'll call us when they need. Okay? And we came back. Well before 10:30, we were in our rooms. The complaint might have been lodged at 10:30. We were not there by then. The next paragraph. Based on the above complaint, the on-duty sub-inspector so-and-so proceeded and brought Mudassir to police station for inquiry. In the presence of Wasim, Gopal, Deepesh, the SI advised and counseled Mudassir. False. Total lies. I didn't even see Mudassir after the altercation that day. After the altercation that day, we went to the police station. We didn't see Mudassir. We didn't file a complaint. We didn't sign anywhere. We had come back to our rooms well before 10:30, and we would like to clarify that this is totally false. If the police is ready to show us any document where we have signed, we are ready to accept and we are ready to tender an apology. It's totally false. I have requested Satish to let me know how we can rectify the records in the police station, because I have no means of doing that. I don't know how that's done, what the procedure is. I have asked him to help me in that sense. So I would like to clarify that these two paragraphs are full of lies to that extent. I don't know about the rest of the statement. it's not my concern, and I am not the beholder of truth. But as far as we are concerned, we had no problem either with Wasim or with Mudassir. It's not as if we are pro or anti. It is just that we were asked by Wasim to let the police. I mean, if somebody asks us in the police what happened, just to say what happened as it happened truly. And so, any of our friends asked us, we would do the same. We went there, and when we saw that it was going to delay and it's going to take a lot of time, we excused ourselves and came back to work. This is totally false. That we lodged a complaint. That's first false. Two, that the officials came after that. Before we went, they were there. And three, that in our presence the SI counseled or advised. Was totally false. I would like to. We didn't even see any police officer, except there's one guy hovering around that. We didn't even talk to him or chat with him. We would like to make that very clear. We have come here just to make that statement clear, not because we are scared, not because this one, just because we want to clarify what is true. This is false. This is part of propaganda. Whoever is bringing it out, I don't know. Whether the press is, who is responsible for this, I don't know. But this is the truth. We wanted to portray what truth is, as far as we know, as far as it talks about us. We thought it is important that we mention to you what actually happened. As far as we know. Okay, what the document says after that, I don't know, and we are not concerned with that. We are not here to talk about that. Thank you very much.
ये कैसी ओवीसी है अकमल, हमारी ये कैसी वैसी है अकमल, कि उल्फत नहीं है, मोहब्बत नहीं है. Just I will take the help of this paper because it is newly composed poetry. ये कैसी
वीडियो फुल है
ये कैसी है माँ जिसको बच्चों से अपने उल्फत नहीं है, मोहब्बत नहीं है, परेशानियों में मुसीबत में हम हैं, मगर उसको सुनने की फुर्सत नहीं है. तो दोस्तों, इसी तरीके से, इसी मुस्तैदी के साथ, इसी कमिटमेंट के साथ हमें यहाँ पे जमे रहना है. सूरज सितारे चांद मेरे साथ में रहे, सूरज सितारे चांद मेरे साथ में रहे, जब तक तुम्हारे हाथ मेरे हाथ में रहे, और शाखों से टूट जाए वो पत्ते नहीं हैं हम, शाखों से टूट जाए वो पत्ते नहीं हैं हम, आंधी से कोई कह दे कि ये औकात में रहे. अब के दौर में ऐसी गलतियां नहीं होती, कत्ल करने वालों को फांसियां नहीं होती, और हर तरफ गरीबों की बस्तियां ही जलती हैं, बर्क के निशाने पर कोठियां नहीं होती. और कोई जाकर बतला दे जुल्म करने वालों को, कोई जाकर बतला दे जुल्म करने वालों को. मैं एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के हवाले से ये शेर आप सब तक पेश कर रहा हूँ. कोई जाके बतला दे जुल्म करने वालों को, मर्द की कलाई में चूड़ियां नहीं होती. हमारी मोहतरमा मिसी साहब को सबने देखा है, साहिबा को, लेकिन मुझे एक शेर याद आ रहा है कि शायर ने कहा है कि ऊपर से देखो तो कितनी हंसी है, ऊपर से देखो तो कितनी हंसी है, और अंदर से देखो तो बिगड़ी मशीन है. ऊपर से देखो तो कितनी हंसी है, और अंदर से देखो तो बिगड़ी मशीन है. वो आने से क्यों घबरा रहा है, वो आने से क्यों घबरा रहा है. कल भी प्रोटेस्ट हुआ, आज भी नहीं आएंगे. बहरहाल एयर कंडीशन और रूम में बैठ करके जो उनका अपना डिस्कशन चल रहा है, लेकिन पता नहीं कौन सा वहाँ पे बुलबुला पक रहा है, उसकी खुशबू आ रही है, खबर आ रही है. तो वो आने से क्यों घबरा रहा है बॉडी पेन या सर चकरा रहा है. वो आने से क्यों घबरा रहा है बॉडी पेन या सर चकरा रहा है. जरा सी छूट क्या दे दी हमने, जरा सी छूट क्या दे दी हमने, वो बिल्कुल सर पे चढ़ता जा रहा है. दोस्तों, वो जो तलवार से खेले तो कोई बात नहीं, हम खिलौना भी उठा ले तो तलवार बने और जुल्म पे हम है, जुबाबंदी की धमकी भी है। जिस तरीके से एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन जो है स्टूडेंट को यहाँ पे डराने की धमकाने की कोशिश कर रहा है। और अभी आज आप लोगों ने शायद एक नोटिफिकेशन पढ़ा होगा मैं इसके सामने, कुछ स्टूडेंट का उसमें नाम लिया जा रहा है और इस तरीके की कोशिशें की जा रही है ताकि स्टूडेंट जो है वो कहीं ना कहीं इस मोमेंट से, इस प्रोटेस्ट से दूर हो जाए, अपने आप को डिस्कनेक्ट कर लें। लेकिन वो जो तलवार से खेले तो कोई बात नहीं, हम खिलौना भी जो उठा लें तो तलवार बने, जुल्म पे हम है, जुबाबंदी की धमकी भी है। हमने फरियाद जो कर दी तो गुनहगार बने। हम नहीं कहते कि गद्दारों की तायीन करो, हम नहीं कहते कि गद्दारों की तायीन करो, मसला ये है कि गद्दारी का आधार बने। हम बटे हैं बहुत सारी सफों में, वरना कहीं ना कहीं जो है यूनिटी और इत्तेहाद का सबसे अहम रोल हुआ करता है किसी भी मोमेंट की कामयाबी के अंदर। जाहिर बात है कि जब तक इत्तेहाद न हो, जब तक आपस में यूनिटी न हो, तो कोई भी तहरीक जो है वो न पाए तकमील को पहुंचती है, न वो सक्सेस होती है। हम बटे हैं बहुत सारी सफों में, वरना एक हो जाए तो फिर आज ही सरकार बने। एक पोएट्री है जिसके आखिर में जो ओफो आ रहा है, तो मैं चाहूंगा कि जब मैं ओफो को पढ़ूं तो हमारे जो सामीन लाइटली यस किस कदर वो है डरते ओफो और बेमारे ही मरते हैं ओफो, नहीं गोली चली है फिर भी। आप लोग देखे होंगे कि कुछ लोग मतलब पटाखे फूटने की आवाज से जो उनको छू के चलने लगते हैं, तो इस मंजर को हमने पेश किया। नहीं गोली चली है फिर भी, जरा देखो वो झुकते ओफो। हम उड़ा पाव खा करके बैठे, हम उड़ा पाव खा करके बैठे, मुहे की चिप्स कचरते ओफो। है कितने लोग बेखाए मरे हैं, है कितने लोग बेखाए मरे हैं, और है कुछ लोग खा करके मरते ओफो। जरूरी काम की टेंशन नहीं है, जरूरी काम की टेंशन नहीं है, नहीं कामा जो करने के वो करते ओफो। वो अपने चैम्बर में है बहादुर, वो अपने चैम्बर में है बहादुर, हमारे सामने क्यों है ठिठुरते ओफो। और नहीं है हाथ में कुछ भी हमारे, तो इतना ज्यादा क्यों है डरते ओफो।
तरन्नुम के साथ नवाज दीजिए।
तरन्नुम।
So we communicated to you that a committee cannot be constituted without suspending the accused. Now you are sending that information that the fact-finding committee constituted to look into the circumstances leading to the suicide of Mr. Mudassir Kamran, PhD ELE scholar, would like to hear from you. We ask you one question. Why only you would like to hear only from the four students? We are not. In the morning we ask you. We want an equal representation in the committee. The names of the members, names of the students who are to be in the committee as a part of the representation of the EFLU community, we collectively decide. We don't decide unilaterally the way you are deciding, sitting in the AC chamber. We are under the sun. We are under the sun. We take collective decisions. We are democratic. You are undemocratic. We will, after consultation with all the members of the struggling committee and the members who are acting according to the committee's struggling committee, we will decide whom to be sent to be the part of the committee. You sitting in that, you may direct some people to be the part of the committee. They may act like the chamchas according to your directions, but we don't. Hence I request you, she says second point. First she is asking that fact-finding committee, she wants these four people to be produced before the fact-finding committee, the way they produced Mudassir Kamran before the police. Second point, hence I request you to depose before the committee 3:30 p.m. on 7th March 2013. Sent by Sudhakar, Registrar of our university. Copy to Vice Chancellor. Copy this one. Saru. Go, run. అదే ఆఫీస్లోకి వెళ్ళి కాపీలు తీసుకురా. We will take the copies of these things from the same office they have sent here. We are go.
We have been saying since VC has shown her face that we don't believe in the committees that you yourself have constituted and they have given the judgment in the newspapers. I don't know why they are sending again and again the same notices to deposit before the same committee that hasn't been changed, that has been constituted unilaterally by the Vice Chancellor and so-called teachers. We said we don't believe in the committee. We want a committee based on the democratic norms and equal participation of the students and teachers, and students being the chairman of the committee. That's what we said. And even after hearing from us, even after getting a copy again from us, if you are sending these kinds of notices, I think we will understand that you don't know English or you don't have brains. We have been communicating this to university officials or whoever the teachers come here, that the committee itself is democratic. We wanted a committee on so norms. If the committee is constituted on those norms, then we will believe in the committee and we will do whatever based on that committee. So it seems the administration even after letters, even after letters we have given to them, they are again sending it to them. I think we should send them to our EFLU spoken English classes first and then let them sit in their offices. Or is there anybody sitting here who can teach English to them at least? Raju. Thanks, Raju.
संजीदा हो, सिंसियर हो और वो प्रोग्रेसिव माइंड रखता हो तो उस जगह पे तरक्की नज़र आएगी। लेकिन जैसा हम अपनी यूनिवर्सिटी में देख रहे हैं कि तकरीबन प्रोफेसर अभय मौर्य के जाने के बाद 1.5-2 सालों तक यहाँ के स्टूडेंट ने बगैर किसी वीसी के ज़िंदगी गुजारे, अपनी तालीम को जारी रखा। तो एक तरीके से कहा जाएगा कि वो दौर इनकी यतीमी का दौर था। हम अनाथ थे तकरीबन 1.5-2 साल तक। लेकिन उसके बाद खैर यहाँ की एग्जीक्यूटिव कमेटी को समझ में आया कि नहीं, वीसी का अपॉइंटमेंट होना चाहिए इन लोग। बहरहाल वीसी का चयन हुआ, इंतखाब हुआ। लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं जो कैंपस के मसाइल थे, जो स्टूडेंट के इशूज़ थे, वो अभी तक अनसॉल्व हैं। उनका कोई समाधान नहीं निकल रहा है, कोई हल नहीं निकल रहा है। तो आखिर इसके पीछे बुनियादी वजह क्या है? तो जाहिर बात है कि करप्शन है, इनसिंसियरिटी है और एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के अंदर ऐसे लोग बैठे हुए हैं जो तरक्की को लेकर के संजीदा नहीं है। हिंदुस्तान में बिहार का स्टेट जो है कुछ सालों तक पहले बहुत पसमादा और बैकवर्ड स्टेट माना जाता था। जब तक वहाँ पे आरजेडी के चीफ लालू प्रसाद यादव की गवर्नमेंट थी तो बिहार की तरक्की उस अंदाज से नहीं हो पाई जैसा कि अभी वो हो रही है कि आज बिहार की तरक्की के मॉडल को लोग मतलब देख रहे हैं, नीतीश कुमार को बुलाया जा रहा है, तो कहीं ना कहीं मतलब बिहार जो है एक तरक्की के रास्ते पे जा रहा है। लेकिन लालू प्रसाद यादव के दौर में जो कुछ हुआ, चारा घोटाला हुआ, तो उस ताल्लुक से मुझे कुछ अशार याद आ रहे हैं कि राबड़ी देवी ने अपने शौहर लालू प्रसाद यादव को क्या मशवरा दिया। वो चारा घोटाले के बाद वो तक बिहारी के एक शायर सुनील जोगी की जुबान में मैं आपके सामने पेश करूंगा और आप सबके हवाले से ये अशार एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन को पेश खिदमत है। एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन भी मुलाजा फरमाए। तो राबड़ी देवी का क्या मशवरा था। राबड़ी देवी बोली ये लालू से थोड़े दिन विदेश हो आओ, वहां जाके सारा हाल ठीक हो जाएगा। राबड़ी बोली लालू से थोड़े दिन विदेश हो आओ, वहां जाके सारा हाल ठीक हो जाएगा। पशुओं का चारा खाया, खाद खाई, गोबर खाया, वहां जाके हाजमा दुरुस्त हो जाएगा। पशुओं का चारा खाया, खाद खाई, गोबर खाया, वहां जाके हाजमा दुरुस्त हो जाएगा। तो इत्तेफाक से लालू प्रसाद यादव जी का जो विदेश दौरा होता है वो जापान का होता है। तो जापान के पीएम से जो मुलाकात होती है लालू प्रसाद जी की, और फिर दोनों के दरमियान किस तरीके से तरक्की को लेकर के जो गुफ्तगू होती है वो भी एक शेर में मुलाजा फरमाए। राबड़ी बोली लालू से थोड़े दिन विदेश हो आओ, वहां जाके सारा हाल ठीक हो जाएगा। पशुओं का चारा खाया, खाद खाई, गोबर खाया, वहां जाके हाजमा दुरुस्त हो जाएगा। जापान का पीएम बोला हमको बिहार दे दो, एक माह बाद टोक्यो सा जगमगाएगा। जापान का पीएम बोला हमको बिहार दे दो, एक माह बाद टोक्यो सा जगमगाएगा। लालू बोले तुम हमें जापान हूँ सुपुर्द कर दो, 8 दिन बाद वो बिहार बन जाएगा। तो दोस्तों आपने देखा कि हमारी यूनिवर्सिटी के अंदर जो मतलब तरक्याती काम चल रहे थे वो अचानक बिल्कुल रुक गए हैं। तो कहीं ना कहीं जो है इस किस्म की जहनीत के लोग एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन में मौजूद हैं। मुझसे ये कहा जा रहा है कि हम कुछ तरन्नुम के साथ पेश कर दें, लेकिन उससे पहले मैं चाह रहा हूँ कि थोड़ा सा और सामीन के अंदर और शुरा के अंदर बेदारी आ जाए। तो मैं कुछ हसल पढ़ दे रहा हूँ, ह्यूमरस पोइट्री है। उसके पढ़ने के बाद फिर मैं इंशाल्लाह एक गज़ल जो है वो तरन्नुम से पढ़ दूंगा। कभी कभी जब स्टूडेंट वीसी को देखता है तो ये सोचने पे मजबूर हो जाता है कि शायद जितना वो अपने बनाव सिंगार में और खूबसूरत नज़र आने के लिए जितना वो संजीदा हैं, शायद उसका 50% भी अगर वो एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के लिए संजीदा हो जाएं, यहाँ के इशूज़ को लेकर के वो सिंसियर हो जाएं, तो उसका एक हल निकल आए। तो एक शायर ने कहा है कि कौन कहता है बुढ़ापे में इश्क का, कौन कहता है बुढ़ापे में इश्क का मज़ा नहीं होता। कौन कहता है बुढ़ापे में इश्क का मज़ा नहीं होता, आम तब तक मज़ा नहीं देता जब तक पिलपिला नहीं होता। तो जुबैदा करिश्मा करीमा नगीना, जुबैदा करिश्मा करीमा नगीना, चलो आज सबको दिखा दे सनीमा। मेरी उम्र क्या है ये क्यों पूछते हो, मेरी उम्र क्या है ये क्यों पूछते हो, कहीं इश्क का जोश होता है धीमा। तो बहरहाल ये आप लोगों ने बीसी के हवाले से सुना। और भी कुछ इसी तरीके की पोइट्री है। मैं चाहता हूँ कि आपके लबों पे थोड़ी देर के लिए हंसी आए। आप वो सुबह से बिल्कुल संजीदा से बैठे हुए हैं। हमारी बारी जब आई तो हमसे डॉक्टर बोला, हमारी बारी जब आई तो हमसे डॉक्टर बोला, चलो जल्दी दिखाओ और भी बीमार बैठे हैं, जो पहले आए थे लेटे हैं कब्रिस्तान में जाकर, बचे हैं जो यहाँ 2-4 वो तैयार बैठे हैं। कभी वो सोचकर जिनको मेरे दिल को करार आया, वही जब सामने आए तो 100 डिग्री बुखार आया। मेरे ससुराल से जब सालियों की टीम आ पहुंची तो चावल दाल से लेकर नमक तक सब उधार आया। मुझे इज्जत की परवाह है न मैं जिल्लत से डरता हूँ। ये सियासी लोगों के हवाले से है, पॉलिटिकल जो लीडर्स हैं उनके हवाले से है। मुझे इज्जत की परवाह है न मैं जिल्लत से डरता हूँ। अगर हो बात दौलत की तो हर हद से गुजरता हूँ। मैं नेता हूँ, मुझे एक बात की है तरबियत हासिल। मैं जिस थाली में खाता हूँ उसी में छेद करता हूँ। मुझे इस तरीके के जो अशार हैं तकरीबन वो सब एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के हवाले से हैं, उन्हीं की तरफ रेफरेंस है। मुझे इज्जत की परवाह है न मैं जिल्लत से डरता हूँ। अगर वो बात दौलत की तो हर हद से गुजरता हूँ। मैं नेता हूँ, मुझे एक बात की है तरबियत हासिल। मैं जिस थाली में खाता हूँ उसी में छेद करता हूँ। कभी एक बहुत इमोशनल शायर हैं, पुरजोश शायर हैं जौहर कानपुरी, उनका एक शेर याद आ रहा है इसी ताल्लुक़ से कि अरब में होगा शैतानों का ख़तरा, ये तो भारत है। अरब में होगा शैतानों का ख़तरा, ये तो भारत है। बचाकर जान नेता से यहाँ शैतान जाता है। और मेरी हिम्मत न तोड़ो, रहने दो नेज़ों के साए में। बचाता हूँ अगर मैं जान तो ईमान जाता है। तो मेरी हिम्मत न तोड़ो, रहने दो नेज़ों के साए में। बचाता हूँ अगर मैं जान तो ईमान जाता है। और अरब में होगा शैतानों का खतरा, ये तो भारत है। फिर एक मरतबा मैं ये शेर एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के हवाले से पढ़ रहा हूँ। अरब में होगा शैतानों का खतरा, ये तो भारत है। बचाकर जान नेता से यहाँ शैतान जाता है।
Small announcement. Telangana Prajavagyakaruలు, People's War Front, known as People's War Front. Comrade Gaddar is coming over here within 10 to 15 minutes. He is coming here within 10 to 15 minutes. So I request all our friends to gather our forces, strengths who have gone to sleep even after heavy lunch.
Putting our demands before the Vice Chancellor and asking her to come down before the Bashir hostel that is near the dead body. He witnessed it till 2 o'clock on that night, till 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock night. He was there with us. He, along with all other members who have been here, had been with us, in contact with us, and now he is condemning the irresponsible behavior of the administration toward the protesters, and he promised us that he would organize a protest in solidarity to the protest that is happening in Osmania University tomorrow itself, and carry out that struggle in parallel with the struggle that is happening in our university. And he also promises that he consult with other organizations to carry this movement further, and he demanded the Vice Chancellor to fulfill the demand that we are putting before her, before the Osmania University movement comes forward and to expose the irresponsible behavior of the administration. Thank you, Stalin, for conveying your support to the movement that is happening over here. Now I request Azad from PDSU.
మీరు చేస్తున్నటువంటి ఈ పోరాటం న్యాయమైనది. ఈ పోరాటానికి ఉస్మానియా యూనివర్సిటీ పీడిఎస్యు కమిటీ తరఫున పూర్తి స్థాయి సంఘీభావం తెలియజేస్తా ఉన్నాను. విద్యార్థి మిత్రులారా, ఈ విషయానికి సంబంధించి కోటన్న, నేను, కామ్రేడ్ స్టాలిన్, మేమందరం కూడా పోలీస్ స్టేషన్కి వెళ్ళడం జరిగింది. పోలీస్ స్టేషన్లో సిఐ అశోక్ సార్ మాట్లాడుతూ ఇటువంటి సమస్యలు మన స్టేషన్ నుంచి ఎక్కువ, మన యూనివర్సిటీ నుంచి ఎక్కువ మన దగ్గరికి వస్తూ ఉన్నాయి. వీటిని మనం ఈ యూనివర్సిటీ యాజమాన్యం అనేది కొంచెం సీరియస్గా లేదు. దాని పట్ల మేము కూడా ఎన్నోసార్లు చెప్తాను. అయినప్పటికీ కూడా మా మీద కూడా కొంత ఫోర్సు బయట నుంచి వస్తుందని చెప్పేసి మాతో మాట్లాడినప్పుడు ఎవరి వ్యక్తి అని చెప్పేసి కొంత సీరియస్గా మేము అందరం కూడా ఆలోచన చేసినప్పుడు ముదాసిర్ కమ్రాన్ ఎవరు కాశ్మీర్ నుంచి తెలంగాణ గడ్డ మీదకి సమాజంలో జరుగుతున్నటువంటి అన్యాయాలను వాటిని వ్యతిరేకంగా ఒక రీసెర్చ్ స్టార్ట్ చేసి ఆ రీసెర్చ్ తోటి ఈ సమాజంలో ఉన్నటువంటి సమస్యల పరిష్కారం కోసం మన తెలంగాణ గడ్డ మీదకి వచ్చినటువంటి ఒక కాశ్మీర్ జాతి బిడ్డ అక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి పోరాటాల వారసత్వం మరో పోరాటాల వారసత్వం మీదకి అడుగుపెట్టింది. కానీ ఏం జరిగింది, అక్కడ ఏ విధంగా అయితే నియంతృత్వంతో ఎంతో మందిని చంపింది, ఇక్కడ మాత్రం కొంత ప్రత్యేకతను సంతరించుకొని తనను తాను చంపినట్టుగా మన ముందున్నటువంటి యూనివర్సిటీకి ఈ సమాజానికి చూపించింది. అంతే, తేడా మాత్రం ఏం లేదు. ఒక సమస్యలు సృష్టించిన ప్రభుత్వం తనకు తాను చంపుకొని అది ఆత్మహత్య చిత్రీకరించి మన ముందు పెట్టింది, జరిగింది అంతే. దానికి మాత్రం మనం రకరకాల కథనాలు చెప్పుకొని రకరకాల మాటలు మాట్లాడుకొని దాన్ని వేరే విధంగా చిత్రీకరించాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. వాళ్ళు నియంతృత్వంగా ఒక అబ్బాయిని ఒక రీసెర్చ్ స్కాలర్ ను టార్చర్ పెట్టకపోతే తను ఎందుకు ఆత్మహత్య చేసుకునేవాడు? ఇక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి ప్రొఫెసర్ హరీష్ హిజ్రా తనకు అధికారిక భావజాలం మాత్రమే ఉంటుంది, తను ఈ సమాజానికి భిన్నంగా ప్రవర్తించడం ఎన్నడూ కూడా. మేము గతంలో ఈ యూనివర్సిటీ యొక్క చరిత్రను చూసినప్పుడు మీరు ఇప్పుడు ఎలక్షన్స్ పెట్టాలి, ఈ న్యాయమైన డిమాండ్లు కొన్ని మేము ముందు తీసుకుపోయినాం, మహిళలకు ఇక్కడ రిజర్వేషన్ ఇవ్వాలి, ఎస్సీఎస్లకు స్పెషల్గా కల్పించాలి కొన్ని అవకాశాలు అని చెప్పేసి మాట్లాడితే అప్పుడు ఏకంగా ఈ ఉద్యమాలకు భయపడి ఇక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి ఎలక్షన్స్ మొత్తం రద్దు చేసుకున్నారు ఈ యూనివర్సిటీ. దేనికంటే అవి ఏకంగా ఇక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి పెట్టుబడిదారి సమాజానికి అధికారిక భావజాలానికి వెన్నుపోటుకుంటే ఒకే ఒక ఆలోచనతో వాళ్ళు ఎలక్షన్స్ అని ఆ రోజు రద్దు చేసిండ్రు. ఆ నేపథ్యం నుంచే ఈ సమస్యను చూడాలి మనం, ఆ నేపథ్యం నుంచే మనం ఈ ఆలోచన చేయాలి. తప్పకుండా దాంట్లో భాగంగానే ఇక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి యూనివర్సిటీ యాజమాన్యం, ఇక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి హరీష్ హిజ్రా, అదేవిధంగా ఇక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి పోలీస్ వీళ్ళంతా కూడా ఒక టార్చర్ పెట్టి ఈ రోజు ఒక రీసెర్చ్ స్కాలర్ ను ఆత్మహత్య చేసుకున్నట్టు చేసిండ్రు. ఇది తాను చేసుకున్న ఆత్మహత్య కాదు, వీళ్ళంతా కలిసి పెంచే టార్చర్ వల్లనే తన మానసిక క్షోభలో జరిగినటువంటి ఒక ఘటనగా మనందరం కూడా చూడాలి. తప్పకుండా అందరికీ ఉంటాయి సమస్యలు, రకరకాల సమస్యలు ఉంటాయి. ఎక్కడి నుంచి వచ్చిన ఈ సమస్యలు? ఒక రీసెర్చ్ స్కాలర్ ఈ రోజు చనిపోయింది. ఈజ్ నాట్ ఎ 10th క్లాస్ స్టూడెంట్, ఇంటర్మీడియట్ అయినా కాదు, 10th క్లాస్ అయినా కాదు, ఎవరు కూడా కాదు. అనేక సందర్భాల్లో మేము ఇంకో విషయం కూడా చెప్తా ఉన్నాం, మీ పక్కనే యుద్ధ క్షేత్రం ఉన్నది, ఉస్మానియా యూనివర్సిటీ యుద్ధ క్షేత్రం అని. ఎటువంటి వాటికైనా మొత్తం ప్రజాస్వామిక భావజాలకు స్పందన అక్కడి నుంచి బయటకు వస్తుంది. దాంట్లో భాగంగా మేము ఇక్కడికి వచ్చినాం ఈరోజు. మేమే కాదు, పక్కనటువంటి హైదరాబాద్ సెంట్రల్ యూనివర్సిటీ కూడా కార్మికులకు సరైన జీతాలు లేవని చెప్పేస్తే మేము బువ్వదినం ఖచ్చితంగా కొట్లాడదామని చెప్పేసి యాజమాన్యం మీద కొట్లాడుతూ ఉన్నారు. ప్రతి ఒక్కరు కూడా ఈ అధికారిక భావజాలం, ఈ హిందూ సమాజం మొత్తం కూడా వీళ్ళంతా కూడా ఈ రోజు మైనారిటీ స్టూడెంట్స్ లకు ఎవరైతే ఇప్పుడు ముదాసిర్ కమ్రాన్ కావచ్చు, లేకపోతే దళిత ఎస్సీ వర్గాలకు కావచ్చు, వీళ్ళందరూ కూడా రక్షణ లేకుండా చేస్తా ఉన్నది. ఒకటే కోరుతా ఉన్నాం, మేము ఎప్పటికి కూడా ఉస్మానియా యూనివర్సిటీ ఎప్పటికి కూడా పేరడానికి సిద్ధంగా ఉన్నటువంటి అనుభవం లాంటిది అది పేలుతుంది. గతంలో కూడా ఇక్కడ ఎలక్షన్లకు సంబంధించిన సమస్య కావచ్చు, ఇక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి యూనివర్సిటీ యాజమాన్యం ఎవరైతే విద్యార్థుల పట్ల అవమానంగా హేయంగా ప్రవర్తించిన సందర్భంలో కూడా వాళ్ళకు సరైన బుద్ధి చెప్పినాం. చెప్తాను, ఒక పక్క మనం ఇలా గమనిస్తా ఉన్నాం. ఇక్కడ మనం ఈ ధర్నా చేస్తుంటే లోపల క్లాసులు జరుగుతాయట. మన మోహన్ అన్న అన్నాడు ఎమ్మడే, ధర్వాత్ మోహన్ అన్న, చలో తలకాయ వాళ్ళ కూడా పారి వాళ్ళు అని చెప్పేసి డప్పును వాళ్ళ కొట్టినట్టే తలకాయ వాళ్ళ కొడదాం అన్నాడు. కానీ ఒక్కరు కాదు వాళ్ళ కొట్టాల్సింది, ప్రతి ఒక్క విద్యార్థిని ఇక్కడ కూర్చుండి పెట్టాలి. ఎందుకంటే మనం ఈరోజు సమాజం పట్ల ఏమాత్రం స్పందన లేని కాదు. రీసెర్చ్ స్కాలర్స్ సెంట్రల్ యూనివర్సిటీ రీసెర్చ్ స్కాలర్స్ ఆ స్పందన లేకుండా మనం క్లాస్ రూమ్ లో కూర్చుంటే అయ్యేది కాదు. ఇది ఐక్యంగా పోరాటం చేయాలి. అమ్మాయిలు అబ్బాయిలు ప్రతి ఒక్కరు కూడా మానవ సంబంధాలను కనీసం పరిశీలించే ప్రతి ఒక్కరు కూడా అందరూ కూడా ఇది ఏకమై ఈ పోరాటాన్ని ముందు తీసుకుపోవాలి. ఈ పోరాటంలో భాగంగా మేము కూడా ఇంతకుముందు స్టార్ట్ చెప్పినట్టు మేము కూడా ఒక కార్యక్రమం తీసుకుంటాం. ఆ కార్యక్రమంతో నిజంగానే ఈ రోజు 30,000 మంది ఉన్నారట ఆయన అంతిమయాత్రలో 30,000 మంది ఉన్నారట. ఇక్కడ మనం ఒక 300 మంది సరే మన లోపల ఆలోచనతో ఇక్కడ ఒక 30 మంది ఒక 50 మంది కూర్చున్నాం. కానీ ఈ 50 మందిని ఈ 50 కోట్ల సమాజానికి, ఈ 100 కోట్ల సమాజానికి మనం సరైన దిశను చూపించాల్సిన బాధ్యత మనం ఏమని చెప్పేసి గుర్తు చేస్తూ, ఈ ఏదైతే వాళ్ళ కుటుంబానికి కొంత అండదండగా ఉండాలని చెప్పేసి మనం పోరాటం చేస్తామో ఆ పోరాటాన్ని మన డిమాండ్ సాధించే వరకు కూడా మనం కొనసాగించాలని చెప్పేసి, అదేవిధంగా హరీష్ హిజ్రా నేనైతే చెప్తానా 2-3 సార్లు మాటలు చెప్పాలి. ఎవరికైనా పోరాట పనులకు ఇట్లే ఉంటాయి. వినపోతే మాత్రం అందరం ఒకసారి గేరావు చేస్తాం, అయినా వినపోతే మాత్రం దౌడపండి 2 పెడతాం అంతే. ఇంకో 2 కేసు అయితే అట్లా మాత్రమే భయపడతారు. ఆఖరికి మనం చేయాల్సింది మాత్రం ఒక మిలిటెంట్ తరహానే మనం కొట్లాడితే మాత్రం తప్ప ఈ సమస్యకు సాల్వేషన్ రాదు. సరే ఏంది వీడి ఇట్లా మాట్లాడుతున్నా మీరు అనుకోవచ్చు, అది మీ చైతన్య రాహిత్యమైన స్థితి పెంచుకోవాలని కూడా చెప్తాను దయచేసి. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Thanks for expressing your solidarity and also in support of solidarity, carrying some protest struggle in Usmania University. He was trying to say a few words about Mudassir Kamran and whose relation with Hyderabad, that is Telangana. He says that there is a historical and heredity, he's relating with the historical heredity of struggle that is taking place in Kashmiri, with that of linking it with the same kind of a longer historical struggle that is happening in Telangana. Mudassir is somebody who established a bridge between these two things. That's what he tried to say, that by saying that he has come here to study the society, Telangana society, with which could get some kind of a lessons from the longer historical struggle that is happening in Telangana, and that is the same thing happening in Kashmir. This is what he wanted to say, and also try to explore different incidents that have occurred in Usmania, in EFL University, because he has been in touch with us in every struggle we have been doing here. So in the light of the previous incidents, certain previous incidents that have happened over here, particularly and the atrocities that are committed to the students by the administration and teachers, he condemned all such sorts of assaults that are happening basically due to this Hindu society, which is criminalizing and targeting certain minority caste and marginalized castes. The attitude of such kind of an administrative policies and its collaboration with that of the police departments resulted in Mudassir committing a suicide. And in order to put an end to such kind of a suicides, we need to build a collective movement the way a movement has been built in Kashmir with 30,000 people. Here we are after all only 50 people over here. It has to be intensified and militant. He expressed the need of a building up of an intense movement. Thank you, Azad, for giving us good suggestions and also expressing your solidarity. I forgot to tell one important thing that Stalin made in his speech, that he demanded for the suspension of Proctor Harish Vijra. It is a genuine and a justified demand, without which no further demands can be assured. That's what he expressed it. And apart from that, the other demands, as we mentioned, will have to be assured. First demand he asked was for the suspension of Harish Vijra. He, on behalf of AISF, condemned the act of Harish Vijra and demanded for the prosecution, arrest and prosecution as well. Thank you. Of this university, that what the protest we have been doing over here is personal or a political. We have certain political objectives or goals and personal satisfaction of our personal egos and all that. So this kind of things have been widely spread across the student community, and that is somehow obstructing some of the very plain students to come over here to express be with us. That is happening because you could see the example of Jan Varghese, who taught all the students on the name of giving classes in the classrooms. So that is not just only the one case. It's been happening in every way. So we need, in order to take it to the larger student community over here, we need to propagate it in the most democratic way. As a part of that, the struggle committee has already decided to organize open forum here with the involvement of the teachers, administration and the students, as well as the contract employees and everybody, the entire EFL University community. So with which we can also teach to the administration that how open we are, and students also how open this struggle committee is. It is our responsibility. As a part of that, I would like to put something as a proposal to you how tomorrow's programs can be carried. Beginning with, as we have already announced that this is a 2-day extension of 2 days ban, as well as the protest in front of the administration, with certain modifications or certain activities like open forum. So we tomorrow at 10 o'clock, as we did for the past 3 days, as we did for the past 3 days, we come here at 10 o'clock
as usual and close down all the classrooms as well as the administration and come into the tent. And while closing down the administration and the classes, we will appeal to them that it is also a campaign about our open discussion forum. Okay, while closing down the administration, we will tell each and every employee, administration, teachers, students, and everybody that we are not just closing down this university for nothing. We are closing down the administration in order to meet our just and democratic demands. The way we did 3 days. But since the administration and the teachers behaved inhumanly, very nastily, propagating such a genuine and a just cause in the most inhuman way, by brandizing, by characterizing, by maligning the character of the deceased Mudassir, even after he is dead, you stop your maligning tactics, maligning politics of your administration. We will tell them and ask them to come out so that the entire issue can be debated, discussed openly, in which the masks of the administration and the teachers can be unmasked. If at all, if we are wearing the mask, if the struggle committee wears the mask, you can unmask our mask. We will be very much open. We will welcome all of the people to come for the discussion so that some kind of a clarity can be sorted out in order to run our university smoothly. The administration always use, we want peace, smooth running of the administration. That will be possible by actually finding out the culprits, actually finding out the fact behind the death of Mudassir and the involvement of the administration and the police in it. So we begin with that open discussion under the net, under the tent, so that or else, we will take all the administration along with us to the room number 1, hall number 1, ground floor, academic block, which is our seminar hall. We assume that it is our seminar hall. We are carrying certain activities of seminars and all sorts of things in that. We will organize the open forum. Once again, I welcome all of you, students, teachers, teacher administration, employees, contract employees, and one and all, every member of the university community to participate in the discussion forum in order to explore the facts behind the death of Mudassir so that we can run our university very, very smoothly.
Especially English newspapers carried out the version of police implicating him, maligning the character of the dead, and in which our university administration, the head, has also been a part of it. In many newspapers, photos, you might have seen Professor Chenchala Nayak and Maya Pandit being part of the police press release. You might have seen that. And from our sources, we got a copy of that. And in that, there are so many misrepresentations and distorted facts, which we want to condemn and bring out the truth to the larger public as well as to our university. And this is today's press release which I am reading out in response to yesterday's press release by the police people in collaboration with our university administration. Press release. Till yesterday, we felt that the police had no part in the compelled suicide of Mr. Mudassir Kamran. In yesterday's press release, organized by DCP, the conspicuous presence of Professor Maya Pandit and Professor Chenchala Nayak of EFL University clearly reveals the intimate ties that these two, university administration and police, have and how they have been functioning hand in hand. Police and administration have started distorting facts regarding the complaint lodged and the events that followed. and been active in criminalizing as well as maligning the character of Mudassir with accusations of unacceptable social practices. Unacceptable in quotes. But the fact is that Mudassir had been handed over to the police with a deliberate attempt to suppress him. But the fact is that Mudassir had been handed over to the police with a deliberate attempt to suppress him to satisfy the personal ego of the Proctor Harish Vijra, against whose discriminatory, abusing, maligning campaign Mudassir questioned. This questioning of Mudassir led him to the police station and ultimately to a compelled suicide. It is true that S.I. Madhusudan handled him smoothly, but in the wake of recent developments with the press release jointly by the DCP, Ms. Vijay Lakshmi, and the university teacher administration including Maya Pandit and Chanchala Nayak, suspicions have been created that the administration and police are trying their level best to suppress all the facts by distorting the actualities of incidents by maligning the character of Mudassir. This also creates the suspicion that the involvement of higher officials of police administration, if not the sub-inspector of the police, must be there in the harassment of the Mudassir. According to the clarification note displayed in the university and delivered at the Dharna, the two students whose names we don't want to mention, whom the police say that they have lodged complaint against Mudassir along with Wasim, have both condemned the gross misrepresentation of facts in quotes, especially in paragraphs 5 and 6, as ridden with utterly false statements, quotes. They say they did not lodge a complaint along with Wasim to the police. They say they were there only for 5 minutes and did not meet any police official. And they said Proctor Harish Vijra, Professor Maya Pandit and Professor Chanchala Nayak were already present before they reached there. It clearly shows that the role of Proctor in ill treatment of Mudassir and the role of higher level police officers in protecting the accused Mr. Harish Vijra, by their attempts to reduce the serious political issue into a personal levels of maligning the character of Mudassir, branding him as mentally disordered and unnatural sexual pervert, implicating him of homosexuality. It is also to be noted that the press release by police also gives the impression that the police have already delivered the judgment upon which they conduct inquiry, which with their joint press release. But one should not forget that no investigation or inquiry is happening on the criminal case registered by the students against Professor Harish Vijra under section 306. Thus the police and the university administration are trying to sabotage the entire issue and protect the proctor, Mr. Harish Vijra, by constructing the story with distorted facts. And the last one is about today's developments. Various student leaders from Osmania University, including Stalin, AISF, Azad, PDSU and Badri, DSU, have visited the Dharna camp and expressed their solidarity with the protesting students. And they said they will build a movement, solidarity movement, in parallel to the movement that is going on the campus. Apart from student leaders, various organizations, including Professor G. Lakshman from APCLC, and I have to include other two activists who have come just right now, and Movement for Peace and Justice, and COVA has visited as fact-finding committee. The Struggle Committee, EFN.